Juliet's in Silo fucking 18, right?
Gnarly cursing.
She's the mayor. She's causing issues. She meets with the priest, and the priest is like, dude, you're freaking people out with your talk about digging to the other side and other silos. They're starting to think that you didn't go outside. And she's like, I literally went outside. Like,
You literally
I don't get
watched me
it. Yeah.
leave.
Like, so there's all this fear and like this political like tension between Jules and the silo. They do have a team that goes and digs through to Silo 17, Solo's silo, and they retrieve Jimmy and the kids. And while they're doing that, Juliet's topside collecting soil samples. Then in Silo 1, not Silo 1, but like headquarters.
Yeah,
This new
so
Donald's taking control and he's communicating with Silo 18 and they're sharing and like piecing together the puzzle of like what's really going on in the broader scheme of things, him and Lucas. But then they figure out that somebody's dead in the cryopods or whatever the crap they're called. And they wake up Thurman, and Thurman figures out that Donald is in his place, and basically they attack Donald in front of his sister. She witnesses it. And
did you mention that his sister was woken up?
yeah, that was in the last book.
Was it?
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They kind of blocked out that last book as well. That's most of what happened, but I'm so glad it didn't take 26, 28 chapters just to get to the other silo.
It's true. Things are happening.
Well, it's also it's a shorter book. It's only 63 chapters compared to what the other two were. A little bit more, like 40 more chapters or so. So like they kind of have to move it along, especially if this is the last book of the series. So
I'm still just glad.
I feel like we've earned it at this point, you know, to really get into it.
Well, how Shift was,
especially that second book.
After
Yeah.
Shift, I'm pretty much like, all right, let's get done with this Silo series. Be done with it. So far, this one's decent, but it's still like, let's get it done with. I'm done with Juliet. Shift put a bad taste in my mouth for this series. I mean, overall, it's still decent.
It's a good series.
I mean,
this book's
1 and 3.
than the second one.
I think the first one was probably the one that was most intriguing to me. I had the most fun reading. This one, because Shift was so hard to get through, it is just kind of like I'm seeing it through at this point. I do find it interesting. There's still unraveling like bits of this larger puzzle. Like like Juliet starts to piece together when testing the soil samples that it's possible they're poisoning them on the way out of the silos and that the air outside isn't actually bad. They're just like giving them argon poisoning.
Yeah, because they just with that stuff that they spray when they open and close it or close the doors, that's what's killing them because that's what the gasket was like messed up the most. Probably Julia went outside to collect samples for the people who don't know.
Yeah, because then we were led to believe, at least in the first book, that the spray was to kind of like purify the air from the toxic air that was allowed in from when the door was open to allow the cleaner to go and clean. So that's what we were led to believe at first, but now it's like, oh, this is poison. And then they also have a bunch of other ways to like completely shut down the silo. Apparently they have like bombs that are like rigged to explode that will just completely just devastate the silo, which seems kind of like more of a last resort idea because then they'll let the other silos who may not be aware of the other silos know because
Be small bombs.
yeah, I guess that's true, but I feel like they're not that far apart, especially if Juliet was able to walk.
So
Yeah, Juliet to walk from 16, no, from 18 to 17, and make it in time to survive because she barely made it in there. with enough air. But yeah, there's a. I don't know. I thought it
So
was
apparently they
interesting.
like unraveled a whole scheme that Silo, like the unit, the headquarters or whatever, is only planning on letting the best performing Silo leave. Like it's a long term
Yeah.
experiment to see how like societies will survive like this.
Yeah, like there's
And
not
that's
even there's a chance where even Silo One won't even survive
they don't plan to survive.
unless they're like the best running one. What is there like
Yeah.
15 silos total?
I think
Not anymore, but yeah.
no, yeah. But like we do get hints that like some of the silos are operational. They just like the headquarters doesn't give a crap about them anymore. Like 40, is it 40
Yeah,
that still
40.
makes contact? Yeah.
No,
Like they
40
figured it
is.
out and hacked off the grid.
Yeah, 40 is completely separated themselves from Silo 1. So they have no way of actually doing anything to them, but then again, Silo 1 has fucking bombers and shit in their silo. Also elevators.
More like
Which,
lifts.
well,
But at the end of the chapters
still
we
elevator.
read, it Thurman like pulls the plug on 18.
Yeah,
So
that's what we should talk about more,
yeah, I
is that
forgot.
we thought Thurman was dead.
I thought he
Like,
was
no
I don't
more
think he's
alive.
Thurman.
dead.
And
You knew
then
he wasn't dead?
I didn't
I
think he
think
was
it's the
dead.
fact.
I think they his daughter just switched names around instead.
No,
No, because
because he killed
he
shot
went
him.
to Thurman's cryopod, pulled him out, and shot him.
Yeah.
Is that who he shot?
And then he put him back in
Yeah,
the car. Yeah, he
he
put him back.
killed he killed Anna and Thurman. Well, allegedly, as far as we know, Anna could be alive too because she's back in her
That's
cryopod, right?
true. It could be them like microbots.
Because
I thought he just
yeah,
killed
it could have been the
everybody.
microbots. No, the microbots could have repaired the gunshot wound, I guess, and kept him alive. So that was crazy to think that he was dead, and then she's like, "Oh, he's alive," and
Just
then you know
kidding.
he's gonna go and just ruin everything Donald has done.
Mm-hmm.
Donald hasn't
And
done much.
why
He's
would
pretty
he?
much just obsessed with
Donald not too
18.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Donald hasn't done shit besides care about himself and then get obsessed with Silent 18 and then
So he has done a lot of not doing what he's supposed to.
that's true.
well he
But
did
then
have
again,
sleeps on
it's more of a
he wants to stay
resistance.
asleep and be not wake up.
It's more just like sleuthing for information behind like the real intentions of why it was all created, right?
Yeah.
And then what his sisters pretty much has to
Trying
deal
to
with watching
get
him go coughing up blood and then deal with him going crazy and then he gotta watch just get his ass beat.
yeah,
I it was interesting to learn that the lotteries are also rigged.
yeah.
Like all the shit that's entered into the computer is like genetics. Whoever has like the best genetics or whatever the case may be, is the ones that are gonna get chosen for the lottery
The
to have a
likelihood
child. Yeah,
for
then like it's
survival
not gonna pick somebody who has weak genetics.
sucks.
Shit's weak, dog. Uh, then just move on.
It's wild. I'm interested to see how it's gonna end.
Yeah, well
Will they go
I feel like
outside?
Donald's gonna be dead. Solo might be dead.
Well, they're gonna just put Donald back into the sleep chamber.
Because what Marcus is one of the kids from Silo 17 is
He got
dead.
caught.
He got
Yeah.
he fell off the side of the railing,
It was
right?
so unexpected,
he
yeah.
didn't get thrown. He didn't fall. He got thrown.
And then he's like, "Yeah, we're going back to Silo 17. This ain't
He's
for
like, nah,
me,
fuck this
Jules.
noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah.
it was one of the
I
twins.
come over here, and now my this random kid that I met, his brother's twin's
Like
dead.
last week is dead.
Yeah, because Solo's just like,
Yeah.
well, the other kid won't be a twin anymore because his twin's dead.
And then
No,
Evelyn.
that was the little girl who
What's
said
the
that.
what's the little girl's name?
Elise?
Else,
It's like an E.
Yeah,
It's
Elise.
like yeah, whatever. She like got lost and they had to go and find her and everything.
try to take her book from her.
They tried to eat her dog.
Yeah.
That was that level, I guess. That level was like a whole a different silo.
Yeah, because as far as I remember, the other dogs were sometimes pets. So
Mhm.
More
I
like
don't really
supplies
know.
they were.
Yeah. Well, the dog puppy she got was actually like an illegal one down in mechanics. They weren't supposed to have anyway.
I guess makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like that silo, that level she was on was just like a whole new silo. It seemed like.
It was like their marketplace.
It's like the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like because it was like a bunch of ghetto people. Everyone's eating dogs.
My
Everyone
God.
seemed like thieves. I was like, all
No
right.
one's got a job, a fucking homeless and bullshit. But
Everyone's smoking
whatever.
cigarettes.
Do you guys have any theories on how it'll end?
I hope Solo dies.
I mean, judging by the name,
That's a hot take.
yeah, judging by the name, I
So,
think
Jimmy.
Silo
Sorry.
18's gonna Silo 18's gonna die.
You think
Everyone's
so?
dead. Yeah,
Shit.
18 or one of the three.
I based on the
Dustin.
cover, it's Juliet running to Silo 1. It's like, you son of a bitch, Donald, you.
I think that they'll go outside and discover it was all a hoax.
Well, it's actually what
Well,
it
she disconnected all
like shit out there.
the what is it, the air, the stuff, the poison stuff. Juliet did, so they might just be able to.
Well, Juliet
Wait,
blocked.
did you guys read further than me? Because I just got to the part where Lucas and that one guy were talking to Thurman and he releases the gas. That's where it ended for me.
That's a 32.
Yeah, that's what I read.
That's what you listen to.
I already admitted that I read a little bit, an extra chapter. So
I just didn't know that. Oh, you're saying Juliet tested that the gas was outside. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, like whenever
well,
she
she
was
did do
Okay.
the
checking the
testing.
levels and
I
shit.
thought you said she got that under control, and I was like, bro,
Well, no,
spoiler.
she disconnected it, and then she's like, "Oh,
The
if you trying
gas?
to
No, she
contact
didn't
us,
disconnect
yes, she did.
it.
She started
Did she?
disconnecting stuff, and she's
No,
like,
she
"Oh,
disconnected the camera feed.
well,
Mm.
yeah." Then she was
She
underneath the thing, and then that's when something happened. But Marcus died, I think his name was, and Lucas is like, "Hey, Juliet, can you come out this serious from under where she was disconnecting stuff?" And then so she came out because she's like, "Oh, you sound serious."
But they were released, like, Lucas and that one guy got gas in the control room, the IT room, at the end of
Nelson.
32.
I remember because it's the Simpsons character, but Nelson, right?
Nelson, yes.
No, was it Nelson? Because I think he was trying to find Nelson and then
I
couldn't.
don't
And
think she
he found.
No, he
disconnected
grabbed
everything
Nelson. He
yet.
was looking for somebody else.
Okay.
They didn't disconnect everything yet, but Juliet started, but
Oh,
didn't
shoot.
finish because Marcus got thrown off.
Yeah.
And she was
Yeah,
Uh,
because
disconnecting stuff
Thurman,
from the camera.
after they've
got it.
confronted Donald, and then now he's dying because of the poison that he breathed, and so he's like, hey, you have a choice. I can either save you or you can die. But in the meantime, he contacted Sile 18 and talked to Lucas, and he's like, "Where's Bernard?" He's
Yeah.
like,
He got him. He got him. He's like, got you. I know Bernard's dead.
yeah, pretty much. He's like, you got 15 minutes, and then he brings back some, not Bernard,
I'm Bernard.
obviously. Yeah, I swear I'm Bernard.
Stop.
Yeah, it's insane.
I'm interested to see. I think it's gonna get wild.
Yeah, and then now like with the gas releasing, like people are starting to panic and like run up or down the levels where they don't know where to go because it's obviously released in more than one place because it's released in control room, it's
Right.
released elsewhere.
Do you think they'll all end up in 17?
That's a
They
possibility.
might be in a tunnel in 17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they could obviously run to 17 and like pop the mines and close it off from 18. But then again, they could just do the same thing in 17.
True.
Well, it seems like they already did
Unless
that in
they already
17.
have.
They did that in
So
So unless they
17.
17
They
can't,
is
had the
cut
doors
off.
open.
That's why 17's all
yeah,
Because
janky.
they opened the
that's true.
doors in 17 to shut 17
Like
down
there's
because of something happened. I don't remember what, but
the
They
uprising.
still have the bombs. Like, boop, boop.
Boop, boop.
Whoosh. explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait
So,
till it's over.
Yeah, the next book we're reading is, I don't have it with me. The games gods play.
hey, we don't gotta expose it. We still got another part to release for this. We don't have to tell
So
what
people
we're
could
reading
get their
next yet.
books if they wanted.
Yeah, that's what the next part's for.
Sorry. It's fine. It's exciting. He's excited about the next read. I'm excited about our next read.
We got one upload of Shift, the other went to crap, so you're not gonna see him.
We didn't
Overall,
like Shift at the end.
overall, it
Yeah, this
really
is this
sucked.
is the official shift video now. It
It was
was
bad.
just I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, cool.
Skip
If you
it.
did, we agree. If
Skip
you
it.
didn't like it,
Yeah.
If you
keep
don't
it
care about
pushing.
what happened or how it started, skip it.
That
I
book
feel
could have
like
been an email.
I feel like Shift and Dust could have been one book. Just take out a lot
It's
of.
a long ass book.
No. You take out a lot of Shift, or like give us like cliff notes of a lot of
Yeah.
the details,
Yeah.
and let the reader piece it together.
Hmm.
Or really, I don't know,
Just
put
try
some
to.
more context in the back of the book. So cliff note a lot of Shift, and then the real important parts put into Dust, and then
Yeah.
it'd be 100 chapters probably,
Yeah,
and it
chapter
would have
one
been
was
it
like
would have been a
40
great book.
pages long.
It's like January. We're still in January, y'all. Like
Yeah,
so long.
we could have got like very much like cliff notes on Donald's life and Thurman's
I feel like
life.
he tried really hard to make us care about Donald, and I just don't. So
Yeah,
I hope he dies.
maybe because
I
he
hope.
made us read 20 page like 20 pages or something for one
Every
chapter
time
about
Donald went to
his
sleep, I was
life.
like, finally, we're done with Donald. Oh, here comes
Thank.
Donald again.
Like, please don't wake up again, dude. And
Yes,
he always comes back, dude. It's crazy.
it's crazy.
He's like crack.
He better not come back.
Oh my God.
He has, dude. He's honestly kept coming
He
back.
better be dead by the time we finish this book.
I
Watch he
I
gets out, and then his wife's
I
like,
feel like Donald is gonna be here. His wife is
"I
long
know she's
dead.
dead."
What if Juliet? Never mind. I already know that's not true. So we're just gonna ignore what I said. I feel like Donald's gonna be in the last chapter.
I think Juliet and Donald will meet in person.
I feel like it's a fun relationship. It's long distance. Long distance relationship.
I hope she kills him.
Nah, he's gonna be dead before that.
He's dying anyways.
Well, if they put him in the thing, then the bots can fix him. That's what happened to Thurman. Thurman was shot. We thought he was dead, so don't count them out. They got plot armor,
So
bro.
basically, Anna's alive.
She
Maybe
might be,
she could
yeah.
be.
Might as well be.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, how are we feeling about Dust so far? Let's
It's
let's
better than
leave
shit.
Charlotte,
lift your feelings about Shift out of it, because I
Charlotte,
feel like it's influencing it.
is
Charlotte.
pretty much awake to work on drones to scout the area.
Mhm.
She never does. She
I mean,
does.
she does.
She does a
She
couple times,
has.
but her
She.
first time was the greatest flight ever, and then after that, it's been dog shit flights. You don't see nothing. So she's pretty much just been working on the drone, stuck in the same room that Donald and Anna were stuck in from Shift. Um, Donald took access away from everyone so that she doesn't have to worry about anyone coming down besides them. They
To that
somehow
point.
woke up Thurman, discovered how to get where they are, came down, beat shit out of Donald, and now he's locked up. And that's everything about Charlotte. Not important. Waste of time.
I don't know why we're discussing Charlie. I asked you about the book Dust.
We didn't cover Charlotte and why she's awake.
We did in the other video, but
What other video?
in shift because they woke her up in shift and flew
Yeah,
the
but
drone
she's not
in
doing
shift.
anything until we don't know what she's doing until Dust.
That's not true. She flies the drone in shift.
Yeah, but all she's doing in Dust is working on him and trying to make a better
Yeah, it was like
fight.
the same thing as she's doing in Shift.
Well, she's doing it in Dust as well.
Yeah. So I don't feel like we needed to cover that.
They
All
need
right,
to
so
because we lost half our footage in
Oh,
Dust.
you're right. I'm sorry, I spaced that.
let's give our overall ratings for Dust so far. Joseph, you want to give us your rating out of five pages? I guess I don't know.
I'll give it a 3.
This
I'll give it a
Sorry.
3.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
fly
3
up to
for me.
3.
3 out of 5 pages.
Yeah.
3 out of 5 pages.
I don't know. Haley?
Oh, I said 3 as well.
Oh, 3 as well. Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Why
Anyone
are you
want to
saying
take
that?
note of
Because we
this?
said that?
I just I don't feel like it's better than Wool, but
No.
No,
I've
it was
I've
good.
had more interest in it, like almost close to as much as Wool, so I feel like it's a close rating to that.
It's more interesting to read than Shift. Shift just felt like a drag.
Agreed.
It felt like a chore. I'm like, I don't want to read
Mhm.
this.
It was feel
Yeah.
like it was just a lot of like info dumping and backstory that I
It
didn't
just
really need.
didn't be necessary at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it really played in. Like
I
I
feel
don't
like you could
really.
totally skip
I
it
feel like
and
you
not
could
be
have just
lost.
told me that Donald was the guy who was like the architect behind building the silos,
Yeah.
and that's all I really need to know.
That
I don't
and
need.
that Jimmy lived in a silo that fell apart, which we already knew. Like, I don't feel like we needed
And then
any of that
is
information.
all I
But
needed to
the stuff they
know.
explained about Jimmy and his backstory, where he basically watched his parents get murdered, and that was interesting to me in Shift. But otherwise than that, I was like, I don't care.
Well, then they gave him a cat, and then the cat dies. I was like, what was the whole point of this? Like, that was messed up. It was his best buddy. Like,
At least he had somebody.
Yeah,
it's so sad. Okay.
Anything else to add?
No.
no, I think we wrap it up from there.
All right, so we read chapter 1 through 32, and then we're just gonna finish the
Some of
rest of the
us
book.
did.
We're gonna just finish the rest of the book, so just 2 parts for this instead of 42. Be done sooner. Like, subscribe, all that BS, and we're out.